Today we are going to study chapter number 1 of history, what, where, how and when. So in this chapter we are going to study why we study history. Now if you look at the word history, if you try to break it into two, this you can easily break into his and story. So we always talk about some person story, some place story, something related to some event all the time. So we actually, when we are studying about history, we are studying about stories. Okay, and when I told you in the last class in civics, we study about people and their behavior in society, and the way they will behave with each other when they are interacting, and taking it to country level and further to global level. So that we study in civics. But when it comes to history, we always study the past behavior, somebody's story in the past. It could be related to a person, to people, like more than one, or to places, or to the events. Now when we talk about what can you study in a history? Now we can talk about events, I just told you. We can talk about places, we can talk about names, we can talk about dates. And when we talk about all these things, we learn about different facts. We learn about facts of events, places, what happened, what were the people, their names, the related dates. Now when it comes to, like, when we are talking about all these things, so what basically you will find? You will find about how people were living in certain areas, what type of food they ate, what type of clothing they had, what type of houses they were living in, and what type of what type of games children used to play, and the stories or songs they would listen to. Now if you have to learn about say different modes of transport in the past, so for, like, you can ask your parents, they will tell you that they had never seen so many cars on roads in Delhi or in India. The number of cars we have now, if you ask your parents, they will tell that they did not have so many in their times. And if you ask the same thing about mode of transport to your grandparents, they will say that they will tell you about bullock carts. Okay, so if you want to know, say, regarding modes of transport for 50 years back, you can, go to your grandparents or to your parents. But if you want to know about what happened 100 years back, okay, so how can you find out what happened 100 years back? What source will you use? And can you approach people for what is happening 100 years back? So you have to move beyond people to know what happened so many years back. And you must have seen various movies based on events which happened, thousands of years back. So how do they find those findings? This is what we are going to learn through this chapter. So when we this is the one component, the factor, that what do we study in history. So we talk of all these things when we study. Now, first of all, we are studying history. What does history mean? We have discussed. Now, why do we need to study history? Now, suppose you as a child, so imagine your life, imagine like your day, one day in your life when you totally forget which family you belong to, which grandparents you have, okay, and what family background you have. Suppose you just simply forget everything. Now, how would you feel about it? And similarly, if somebody, suppose you are going abroad, so when they ask you which country you belong, to, so what answer you give? That I come from India. This is your country. So this country is your identity. So uh, why do we need to study history? Because we should know. Because if as a child, if you forget everything about your family, how would you feel? You'll feel bad, you will feel lost, you will feel you have no identity. Similarly, your country is your identity, and you feel connected when you know about your past. Don't you feel good when you talk to your parents and when they share their childhood memories, their past life with you? You do, you feel excited. Similarly, when we study about India, we do feel excited when we study about world history, India history, how people lived. You must be getting mesmerized with the fact that how early men lived. Okay, and suppose, and now this quote is very important. Those who don't study the past are condemned to repeat it. Now take the British era. Now, if we don't study British history, we will not come to know the weaknesses because of which the British ruled us. Okay, so if we don't know our mistakes, we will tend to repeat it. So we need to study history so that the mistakes that we have made in our past, we don't repeat them in our future. We should learn from our mistakes. Suppose when you are doing a mathematics question and you are not learning from your mistakes. Okay, suppose you are repeating the same mistake in your spelling, and if you are not learning from your mistake that where I am going wrong in that maths question or in the word problem or the spelling error, then if you are not learning from your mistake, if you are not working on your mistake, you will repeat it. So we need to study history so that the loss that we had, we should not repeat it, and what good we had, it's not only about loss, what good we had, that also we should learn. Side I told you, you develop your critical thinking skills also, and it helps explain how people time. So, and where can we find history? You can find through books, like you have your history book. You can go to other sources also to find more about it. You can interview people, like if you want to know how people used to live 30 years ago or 40 years ago in India, or 50 years ago, you can interview your parents and grandparents at home. They can tell you the change that has come in our society. But if you want to know more about like how people lived 100 years ago or 150 years ago in India, then you need to refer to books. You will go for diary entries, or you will go for newspapers of that time, or like newspapers, and you can like you will go for the documents, records that are maintained by different organization. And when you are finding history, you can always refer to the poems. These things we cover when we study history chapter. You will know that how poetry, art and poems tell you what about that period. Okay, so these all are the things from where we can find history, like talking to people I told you, but this is limited to a recent time. Okay, if I want to know what happened yesterday, then I can refer to the news which happened yesterday. But if I want to know what happened say 1 year ago, then again I can refer to news, or I can talk to people. I can refer to the photos, newspapers. Okay, so different sources will help in different type of different time frame. And if I want to go for a long back period, then I have to refer to the books and documents and records. It happened. So when we talk about where part, we talk about travel, who all people traveled in the past, which all places were being traveled by people. Now when I talk about war, so in war we had history, what was the geography of the area before the war, after the war, because whenever there's a when the kings used to take over the kingdom, the map of their the extension of the land of their territory of the kingdom would change. Okay, the kingdom that they had, which area they belong to. Okay, and the food gatherers and this is your Indus River over here. So when Greek from here, when they invaded India, so the people who were living to the east, so this land area people they called as India. Okay, and the word Bharata was used for a group of people who lived in northwest, and this is mentioned in Rig Veda also, the earliest composition in Sanskrit, which is dated like 3500 years ago. We'll continue the chapter in the next slides. Thank you.